I try not to miss anything in the cinema. It is possible to create the cinema atmosphere without going out. Movie stars are very attractive. The best moving pictures are in our heads. When thinking about cinema, I remember an accident. Stage provides me with more exciting experiences than screen. It feels good to make a dream come true. I am not much of a cinema goer, but I do enjoy a good film. I usually buy a film online and watch it at home. I've got a widescreen TV and a projector. Sometimes, if I'm in the mood, I use it. You feel as if you were in the cinema, but I find it a bit cozier on my sofa. It's also a lot cheaper to watch films at home. If I invite some friends, they bring popcorn and drinks, and then you really can't tell the difference. The cinema is my life. Ever since I was a little girl, I've wanted to become an actress. I would watch all the new musicals and children's films and dream of playing the leading parts. When I was in my last year at school, I took acting classes to prepare for the New York Theatre and Cinema Academy. After graduating, I auditioned at the Academy and got in. It was the happiest moment of my life, even more so than getting an Oscar 2 weeks ago. Books are much more fun than films. I know most film directors want to make a film out of some classical book, but so often the film versions don't turn out well, at least to my taste. When you watch a film, you are forced to believe what you see, and when you read a book, you can imagine the characters and have your own personal experience with the plot. Watching a film just doesn't trigger your imagination the way reading does. I can't remember the last time I was at the movies. I think it was the day I broke my arm. Crazy as it may be, I broke my arm going to see a new film. My girlfriend had asked me to go to the cinema with her, so I bought the tickets for Friday night. We were meeting inside the Star Cinema. It had been raining hard, and the pavement was very wet. I was 5 minutes late for my date, so I hurried up the stairs and slipped. The last thing I remembered was the terrible pain in my arm. I never miss a new film. I have a notification sent from the local cinema to inform me about any change in their shows. They change the schedule once every 2 weeks, so I go to the cinema every other week. Our local cinema is rather small, so they show 2 or 3 films at a time. Sometimes I watch a film every day for 3 days in a row to see all that's new in the market. It does get expensive sometimes, but it's worth it, the way I see it. The theatre has more of an appeal to me than the cinema. I would go to see a play more often if they had more theatres around where I live. Local theatre companies have only 2 shows a year, and that doesn't satisfy my appetite. So I travel to London to see different shows maybe once a month or so. Seeing real, 3-dimensional people on stage is a lot more interesting than watching them on the screen. I love watching actors' facial expressions and the interaction between them.